So in this video here, we're going to talk about thumbnails, how you can create thumbnails. I'm going to come with some tips and tricks. We'll also go inside my YouTube channel and see some of the previous and old thumbnails that I had in my first videos, and then also the thumbnails that I have now, so we can see the difference and why you should actually put in some time and effort in the start to make good thumbnails, because this is actually like the essential part for your videos if you're doing content creation on YouTube. So the thumbnails are the most important one, because basically like if you go inside like the homepage on YouTube, you will basically just get up all these thumbnails. People will basically just take a look at the thumbnail. People not even reading the headlines or the titles. They're basically just scrolling through and seeing if there's something standing out. So you want to have the most unique and also the most attention grabbing thumbnail as possible, and then you also need like a good headline and title, but the title is more for searches on YouTube. So let's now go into my YouTube channel here and see a couple of examples, and then we'll jump into Canva to see how I'm creating my thumbnails. So yeah, here we can see my YouTube. So right now I just have these thumbnails. So when I'm actually doing some tech videos, I usually have these thumbnails that I have up here. Let's just zoom in a bit so you guys can better see what's going on. There we go. So these are some of the thumbnails that I have. So I've upgraded these like based on basically just how new thumbnails work. So these are not the thumbnails that I started out with like for 2 years ago. There was basically just like a plain background, some text, and me on the image as well, and they were really bad. We're going to see some examples with that on some videos that I haven't updated, because it didn't really make sense to update like 200 thumbnails because those videos were not getting any views anyway. So yeah, down here we can see some of my newer thumbnails. So I'm trying to like make it a bit more like classical, a bit more simple. So basically just keep it simple. Just take some like photos here of my workflow, or like how I'm working. Also day in a life, just take it as a picture or like a photo of my setup. If we're writing like master thesis here and so on. We also have these thumbnails here. So mainly for my blogging videos, it is basically just like photos, but for my technical videos, I actually want to have some attention grabbing stuff, and also have some visualizations, an object that actually like shows what is going on and what are we talking about in this video. It could, for example, be here with FastSam Live. So I'm basically just saying that we're going to test this FastSam model. It is fast SAM, so we have like a rocket here. We write FastSam on top of rocket because it's fast. And we also have it live because we're going to run it on a live webcam, and then I also show the webcam on the thumbnail. So it's always good to like make expressions on the thumbnails here, like they will stand out compared to if you just have like an ordinary photo. So like if you're creating something crazy, just like do something crazy, let's just like smile, like yell, something like that. Just be excited over the thumbnail. Like people will definitely like that, and it will stand out. Like don't be scared. Like don't be scared of doing anything crazy. Like it will definitely help you just stand out. Like that is the most important tip that you can do. So yeah, let's just take a look at. So I also have some pretty good ones here with object detection. They work out fairly nice as well. So these are just some AI generated images. You can also use that. So it was more like when that was a new thing. Here we can see some of my older videos. So we have these YOLO V7 and YOLO V5 thumbnails. So you can just see the difference here from this thumbnail here to this thumbnail, for example. And if we just go back, we can also see I have updated this one with YOLO V5 for object detection. You can see the difference between this thumbnail and this thumbnail over here, where this is just significantly better. So again, you can see the difference in the thumbnail. It is so important. Like I can't emphasize that enough. The most important thing when you're creating like video content is the thumbnail here on YouTube. We can also just see this background subtraction also looks pretty good. The camera calibration here, we have like 3D effect with the chessboard here that we're using for camera calibration. The depth maps, we have the depth maps in the background. We're doing some depth estimation here, so we have some 3D effect in our thumbnail, which you basically just want to have them stand out. This one here is also like one of the earlier ones that I did. Basically just have the text with these boxes, like these corners here, they're just like too sharp. We just have like these boxes, like it doesn't really look good compared to the other like 3D text that I have here, or maybe even the ones with rounded corners. So yeah, you can see there's a huge difference. Here you can even see like post automation, like the 3D object detection. This thumbnail here is also very good. My GPU here, how to install OpenCV with GPU support. But again, I just want to go over a couple examples here so you guys can understand like what is the most why thumbnails are the most important thing, and also like why you should put in a lot of time and effort into that, at least to start with. And also like later on, but you should definitely like do it in the start, even though you don't really get likes. It is just so important if you want to stand out. Let's go back and see one of my playlists here. I want to show you guys one of my playlists with the maybe Python or C++ or something like that. Let's just go with Python. So it should be here. So here you can see these thumbnails that are created, like these videos. This was my first video on YouTube. You can just see like how bad it is. Like I'll just scroll through it.
For Python.
Can't even like, I'm not even zoomed in. People can't really see like what's going on unless they're like really close to the screen or monitor.
We're going to open
but again, don't be scared to start out. Like, guys, this was the quality on my first videos, and again, I didn't have any knowledge. I was basically starting from scratch. But you guys, you are here, you want to take action, you're prepared, and you can use all these tips that we went through throughout this course. But you can see the thumbnails here on my videos, like they are really bad. Like if you just scroll down here, these thumbnails, they are really bad compared to the other ones out here. We can see that I have my Malvis here. It is significantly better. We have my transformers here. But yeah, you can just see the impact and the effect of actually like having good thumbnails. You can see these ones are just very bad. So yeah, so now I have a pretty good understanding. Like we have an overview over like what needs to be in a thumbnail, and also like you saw some examples of bad thumbnails, but also good thumbnails. You can definitely like use some of the same methods, the same structure, where I basically have some kind of like object or visualization that basically visualizes what's in the video, what we're going over. Then I have some text. It could be this 3D text, and then I'm also in the video. Maybe if I'm doing these day in a life here, just taking a photo, those also works pretty good. But yeah, this is how my thumbnails look, and if you're doing tech, like this is a pretty good structure. I also want to show you like my best thumbnails. It actually has a click-through rate of 9, so that is pretty awesome. Like all the other ones, they're around like 5 to 6% click-through rate, and that is this thumbnail here. You can just see like I spent a lot of time on this thumbnail here, like probably like half an hour or something like that, but it has definitely like turned out to be a good investment of time. You can just see like how much this one here stands out compared to the other ones. And it's not because the other ones are bad. This is just like significantly better. It's just clean, minimalistic. There's something like going on. People really like what's going on. We have like a MacBook, we have a watch, iPhone, AirPods, Apple Watch, cool lighting, good setup, really clean shot. People like that, and you will get way more like clicks on your video if you have good thumbnails. So definitely put in a lot of time and effort into that. So it's not just jump straight into Canva. I'm using this tool here for generating my thumbnails. They are really good. It is cloud-based, but yeah, it is awesome. So now we're in here. I have the text here, but we can also do like the 3D text. So this is some kind of 3D text, but it will basically just be duplicating and putting it up top of each other, and then have like foreground text as white and the other layers as black. Then I have photos of myself. Basically, just take some photos of yourself. You can just like have a video. Record a video of yourself doing a lot of different kind of like different types of like poses and so on, basically just to capture some images, and then you can always extract images if you don't have someone that can actually like take the photos for you. But again, it is good to stand out. Like it is boring to just like have the same image every time and then just use that in every single thumbnail. That's not really the best approach to take. We can even go in here, see, let's go for Mr. Beast. Just take a look at some of his thumbnails. They're also like pretty fair, but you can see his facial expressions, like they just stand out way more when you actually have these faces in your videos. So really simple, basically just what's in the video. He doesn't really have any text. He just needs to have this like eye-catching thumbnail with him on it, and then people will recognize who he is. But yeah, you can just see his facial expressions. He's doing the exact same thing. He's not just having like the same boring images all the time. So yeah, here you can basically just see like all the images that I've uploaded. So I'm basically trying to like, this is a Meta Transformer. This is an AI model that I made a video about. So I have the object here of what I'm going over in the video. I have a background. So you could either just use like a plain background, but you can also have some like grading and so on going on. And then I have the photo of myself. Sometimes you can even do like a duplication and create like a boundary or like a boundary around myself. Maybe make that white so we get a border. You can create the 3D effect. But the good thing here is that you can also go in and take different elements from Canva. So they have a lot of examples for backgrounds, photos, videos. They have some really nice visualizations and so on. So if we go inside, let's basically just go inside the photos here, see all, then you can see all these photo examples here that they have, and you can use that as your background for objects or whatever. Let's say that you're creating like a day in a life video or something like that. Let's just search for office. Then you get all these office backgrounds that you can use in your video. You could maybe even like just directly take this one here, and it will probably be a pretty good thumbnail, maybe with some text on it. But yeah, you can also do your own photos. But again, this is really nice if you're just starting out. Just imagine this one here. It is also like really good. If you just take this one here and just like write day in the life on top of your thumbnail, it will definitely stand out. Of course, it will not be as personal, but this is just like a quick way, or maybe just to get some inspiration to do the shots yourself. So yeah, we have these photos here. Let's just go back. We also have all other different types of things. So we have the graphics here, so you can apply and use all the different types of graphics that they have. So some of the graphics is actually like for the pro versions. So again, it is around like $10-12 per month, I think. But yeah, you can definitely do that as well. You can do some grading and so on. As you can see here, that is also pretty cool, especially like for creating some like effects, maybe some like. This could actually be pretty nice to have this effect here, or you can just directly use it as the background. We also have some visualizations and some like 3D visualizations that you can directly use. So let's try to just see what I've used recently. So you can see all these different types. You can just directly take that. So say that we want to create something with YouTube, we can just directly use these designs from Canva. So this is a really nice, cool tool. It works fine. You can go up, export it directly, and upload it on YouTube once you have created your thumbnails. But again, I'll recommend have some text on your thumbnail, especially if you're creating tech videos or like technical videos. Doesn't really matter like in what domain. Have some text, have yourself on it, create some nice expressions, have something that tells about video, but don't put too much into the thumbnails here. Like you want to keep it as simple as possible and basically just try to stand out both in regard versus your competitors, but also just in general on YouTube, because we want to catch as many people as possible when they're on the homepage or when they're searching for videos. We basically just want to like scroll through them, and we want them to be eye-catching. So let's just try to go inside this Ultralytics here, and let's see the videos over here to the right.
Has a singular.
So we basically just want to have our thumbnail stand out over here to the right as well, because these will like be similar videos or videos recommended for the viewer of this video. So again, often like competitors and similar videos will turn up over here to the right. So the thumbnail is the most important thing when you're creating YouTube videos. Then we have the title, search engine optimization, description, and so on that we already went over. So yeah, thumbnails are a really important thing.